Are you ready to elevate your life experience? We begin with the first lesson from Rob Dial, Decoding Procrastination. Procrastination isn't just one's foe to productivity, it's also a complex psychological phenomenon. It isn't as simple as being inactive or having an absence of willpower. The unseen driver is fear. The fear of judgment or even the fear of triumph can often lead us to postpone our actions. Another contributing factor is lack of motivation, often resulting from unclear objectives or the perceived lack of incentives. Additionally, our inclination toward instant gratification plays a significant role. Our brains are wired to favor immediate pleasure over long-term gains, making us delay the tasks that are less enjoyable. However, every cloud has a silver lining. By understanding these underlying reasons, we can carve a route to confront procrastination. If we become aware that our delay is due to fear, we can face those fears. If it's due to lack of motivation, we can refine and redefine our objectives. If it's the pursuit of instant gratification, we can seek methods to make our tasks immediately gratifying. Recognizing the reasons behind our procrastination is the first step to defeating it. Let's dive a bit deeper into Lesson 1 with Scene 2, Navigating the Maze of Fear and Motivation. As we've previously discussed, fear and lack of motivation are two main drivers of procrastination. But how do we navigate this maze? Firstly, let's tackle fear. Whether it's the fear of failure, criticism, or even success, we need to remember that fear is a natural human response. It's not something to be ashamed of, but something to be embraced and understood. When fear shows up, it's often a signal that we're stepping out of our comfort zone, pushing our limits, or attempting something meaningful. Instead of running away from fear, let's try to acknowledge it, understand it, and use it as a catalyst to spur us on. Next, let's address the motivation aspect. Motivation isn't something that magically appears. It's a fire that needs to be kindled and nurtured. Start by setting clear, measurable goals. Define what success looks like for you, then break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps. Celebrate each small victory along the way to keep your motivation burning. Additionally, try to find personal relevance or joy in what you're doing. If you can connect your task to a larger purpose or find a way to make it enjoyable, you're more likely to stay motivated. So, to wrap up, fear and motivation are interconnected parts of the procrastination puzzle. By understanding and addressing both, we can navigate this maze and take one step closer to a more productive and fulfilling life. Moving on to Lesson 2, Building an Unstoppable Mindset. What does that entail, you might ask? Well, it's all about cultivating a mentality that embraces growth and resilience. It's about viewing challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. Imagine you're a ship sailing against the current. It's tough, it's challenging, but every wave you conquer, every storm you weather, makes you more robust and resilient. That's what a growth mindset is all about. It's about not just surviving the storm, but learning to dance in the rain. It's about understanding that failure isn't a dead end but a detour on the road to success. It's about realizing that the only real limitations are the ones we set for ourselves. So let's foster that resilience, welcome those challenges, and embrace the growth that comes with them. Believing in our ability to learn and improve is the first step to building an unstoppable mindset. Now let's delve into Lesson 3, Discovering Your Why. Identifying your core values and motivations is not just about introspection. It's about understanding the essence of your identity, the fuel that drives your decisions and actions. Imagine a ship in the vast ocean. It can sail anywhere, but without a destination, it merely floats aimlessly. Your why is that destination. It gives your journey a purpose. It's the compass that guides you, the anchor that steadies you amidst life's turbulent waves. Your why could be a passion that sets your heart ablaze, a dream that keeps you awake at night, or a cause that you deeply care about. It's unique to you, like a fingerprint. The stronger your why, the more resilient you become. You can face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and keep moving forward. With a strong why, we can give deeper meaning to our goals. Next up, Lesson 4, The Power of Habits. Habits, like invisible architects, shape our lives, constructing our days, molding our years, and ultimately defining our existence. They're the routines we repeat, the behaviors we default to, the patterns we unconsciously follow. They can be our greatest ally, or our most formidable foe. Think about it. A good habit, like regular exercise or mindful eating, can lead us towards health and longevity. On the flip side, A bad habit, like constant procrastination or excessive screen time, can steer us off course away from our goals. So how do we harness the power of habits? It's a two-step dance. First, identify the habits that aren't serving you well. Then, replace these unproductive behaviors with beneficial ones. Start small, make it consistent, and gradually, it'll become second nature. By mastering our habits, we can actively shape our lives, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary, and transforming the mundane into the magical. Let's move on to Lesson 5, Mastering Goal Setting. Rob Dial introduces us to the SMART goal framework. This effective method ensures our goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's not enough to say, I want to get fit. Instead, we need to be specific. I want to run a 5-kilometer race in 30 minutes by June. This goal is not only specific, but it's also measurable, achievable, and time-bound, and it's relevant if fitness is a priority in your life. The SMART framework brings clarity to our aspirations, turning vague dreams into concrete objectives. It gives us a clear path to follow, making success more attainable. By setting SMART goals, we can track our progress and adjust our strategies if necessary. We're no longer wandering in the dark, we're following a well-lit path. Remember, clear, attainable goals are the roadmap to our success. Now, on to Lesson 6. The Growth Formula. Rob Dial's systematic approach to achieving goals is like a roadmap to success. It starts with setting clear, precise objectives. These are your guiding stars, the end results you're striving for. But a goal without action is just a wish. So the next step is to take action, to start moving towards those stars. Now, as we journey, it's crucial to track our results. This is our compass, showing us whether we're heading in the right direction or need to adjust our course. And adjust we must. The path to success isn't always straight. We learn, we grow, we adapt. This is the essence of the growth formula. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Inching forward day by day, continually improving and adapting based on what we learn from our experiences. With the right formula, we can catalyze our growth. Let's dive into Lesson 7, the power of focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. They're like quicksand, pulling us away from our goals. But there's a tool that can help us navigate this landscape: focus. It's a spotlight that illuminates what truly matters, pushing the distractions into the shadows. Now, cultivating focus isn't a walk in the park. It requires discipline, a clear vision, and strategies to stay on track. One such strategy is setting specific, time-bound tasks. When we know exactly what we need to do and by when, our minds become laser-focused on the task at hand. Another strategy is mindfulness. By being present in the moment, we can keep our minds from wandering and keep our attention where it needs to be. Remember, focus isn't just about getting things done. It's about ensuring that the things getting done are the ones that truly matter to you. When we focus, we direct our energy towards accomplishing our true goals. Next, we have Lesson 8, the science of motivation. Now, motivation isn't just about feeling inspired or enthusiastic. It's a complex psychological process that drives us to act. It's the fuel that powers our journey towards our goals. Motivation is based on 3 key elements: activation, persistence, and intensity. Activation ignites the process, sparking the initial decision to embark on a task. Persistence is the continued effort to stick with the task despite obstacles or setbacks. And intensity? That's the vigor and energy we put into the task. What's fascinating is that motivation can be extrinsic, driven by external rewards, or intrinsic, coming from an inner desire to achieve for the joy of it. To leverage motivation, we need to understand what truly drives us. Is it the reward at the end, or the satisfaction of the journey? Once we pinpoint our drivers, we can use them to fuel our persistence and intensity. Understanding motivation allows us to harness it and stay committed to our goals. Moving on to Lesson 9, the importance of taking action. Imagine you've got a map that leads to treasure. You've studied it, memorized every twist and turn, but you're still standing at the starting point. That map, no matter how detailed, won't bring the treasure to you. You've got to take that first step. And that's exactly what our journey to self-improvement is like. We can have the best plans, the most detailed strategies, but without action, they're just fancy blueprints gathering dust. Action is where the magic happens. It's where we put our knowledge to test, learn from real-world experiences, face challenges head-on, and make progress. But remember, action doesn't always mean grand gestures. It's often small, consistent steps forward. So whether it's learning a new skill, starting a fitness regimen, or pursuing a passion project, the key is to start, to move, to act. Action is the bridge between plans and results. Finally, Lesson 10. Building self-discipline. In our journey to level up, self-discipline is our most reliable companion. You see, it's the driving force that helps us stick to our plans, even when the going gets tough. It's the inner strength that enables us to resist temptations that might steer us off course. Developing self-discipline isn't always easy, but it's absolutely crucial. It's about making conscious, intentional decisions, rather than being guided by momentary desires or fleeting emotions. It's about choosing what's best for us in the long run, even if it means giving up instant gratification. With self-discipline, we don't just talk about our goals, we actively pursue them. We don't just dream about success, we work for it. We don't just hope for the best, we make it happen. Remember, every little step we take, every small decision we make, it all adds up. Self-discipline is the key to maintaining progress and achieving our goals. So level up, get focused. Stop procrastinating and you can change your life. You can do it.